Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to yet another super cool, super awesome, and absolutely amazing class on Class 10 CBSE Board, Episode 2 on Heredity and Evolution. Yesterday, we spent a lot of time in just talking other things. So today, we don't have a mentee session, okay? We don't have a mentee session today because we done the mentee of this particular session yesterday itself. Is it okay? Yes. Moreover, one important thing that I have to say is if you are not clear with at least one point that I'm teaching, you have to chat me in the comment section as fast as possible. Before I change that slide, you have to comment me. Okay, everybody? Okay. So we will be taking yesterday's class once again. Okay, we'll be just recapitulating everything that we have learned. Guys, please don't annotate in between. Okay, so let's begin today's super cool class. Today also we will be dealing with genetics, episode number 2 for Biopoint Juniors. Guys, you are absolutely rocking. So please cooperate till the end of the class and study as fast as you could. Okay, so this was what we discussed yesterday, that is heredity. The study of heredity and variation is known as genetics. Have you understood this? What is meant by genetics? Fast. Have you understood what does the term genetics mean? Okay, it is a study of heredity and variation. Guys, after this I'll show you a video, an animated video on variation. But the thing is that I could not upload it in the YouTube. Okay, at that particular point of time, I'll stop my recording part and I'll show you the video. Is it okay? So that you could understand what is variation. Okay, so next is heredity. Heredity means, suppose you resemble your skin color. Suppose if I would take a name, Ishika. Ishika just resemble her mother in case of hair and her father in case of her skin. You suppose. Okay, that is what is said to be heredity. She has received the skin color, the trait or the character for skin color from her father and the trait for her hair or her kind of hair from her mother. That is what is said to be transmission of characters. Is it okay, everybody? Okay, that is heredity. And what is variation? Suppose another person, if Abhijit, if I'm taking, he may vary from his parents in some or the other way. Suppose he will be having a curly hair, but both of his parents may be having what? Both of his parents will be having straight hair, but he will be having a curly hair. That will be inherited to him from his former generation. Okay, former generation. So, for example, you have to know that you can inherit traits from your 14 generations back. Suppose you may inherit a trait from your grandfather or from your grandfather you can inherit. Okay, not only from your parents, you can inherit it from the previous 14 generation. Is it okay? Arjun, because I'm showing you the video from YouTube. It's not a video that is created by me. Okay, that's why. Can we move forward? Guys, fast. Okay. So that differences in the characters of the parents and offspring, you may know it as variation. Let's move with the next slide. Is it slide clear, everybody? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I'll explain once again. Okay. Next, we have the type of variation. yesterday's class, we discussed that the normal body cells, okay, the normal body cells, you will be calling it as a somatic cell, okay. Guys, why no reply? Yes. Next, we have the gametic variation. The traits that a gamete possesses, that is a gametic chromosome, contains certain features. That features will be inherited from parents to offspring. Okay. Okay. So somatic variation is a kind of variations or the differences that occur in the normal cells of our body. In the normal cells of our body, we may experience some or the other kind of differences. That you will be calling it as a somatic variation. And look at this particular statement. They are not inherited or transmitted. They are not inherited from the parents to the offspring. So they are also known as acquired traits. Guys, fast, quick, you name the hereditary material. Listen to the question, hereditary material. Yesterday's class I told. I'm asking today hereditary material and not hereditary unit. Yesterday's class I asked you hereditary unit, and today I'm asking you the hereditary material. Fast. No, it's not gene, it's not chromosome. Nobody? Yes, Arjun, it's DNA. Hereditary unit, it is gene. Please take down fast, everybody. I'll repeat once again. Take a notebook and write it. The hereditary material, it is DNA, and the hereditary unit, it is gene. Fast, you take down this point. Okay, guys, can we continue? Fast, fast. Okay. Where are the other? Okay. Gametic variation. This gametic variation occurs in the germ cells of the body. Most probably in tomorrow's class, I'll just try to show you a video, a demo on germ cells. Not included in your syllabus, just for your information. Okay. Upcoming technology in biological field. And you have to note this particular point, that is, gametic variation are inherited into the next generation. That is, it is inherited from the parents to the offspring. So it is also known as NTSC or inherited traits or NTSC. It is inherited traits. Can we move with the next slide? Okay. Is it clear? Ayush, Abhijit, Arjun, Ishika? Next is variation. Sorry, variation. So what are the most common causes of variation? Variation can be caused by mutation. That is, yesterday we have discussed, suppose you may get a deletion of a gene or addition of an extra chromosome or a gene, which may lead to the differences between. Actually, human beings have how many number of chromosome? Number of chromosome of human beings, fast. Yes, Abhijit, 46 or 23 pairs. So suppose this 46 chromosome is specified to human beings. Can a tiger or a lion have 23 pairs of chromosome? Will it be possible for a lion or a tiger? No, it won't be possible. They have their own chromosome number. Some animals are having 24 chromosomes, some are having 12 chromosomes, etc. Like a chromosome number, variation in the chromosome number causes, chromosome number can vary, and that causes variation. Okay, the sudden changes in the chromosome, either addition or deletion in the gene can be called it as mutation. Guys, have you heard about the Hiroshima Nagasaki bomb explosion? Yeah, you have heard. So if you have Googled it, or you might have studied that the children who are born now also they are forming with certain deformities, right? Have you heard that? They're having certain problems. That is an example of a mutation, genetic mutation, because their 14 generation back, their genes have been what distracted by these bomb explosion. That is, there have been certain deletion or some changes, deformities erased in the parents' gene, that is in great grandfathers. Okay, their genes have been manipulated or changed. That's why that genes have been inherited to many children now also, and that is what is said to be mutation. Okay, everyone. Okay, next we have recombination and random mating. You have to know only these terms only. You will not be asked any definition question from this part. Okay, so recombination or crossing over. I'll show you the video for crossing over just for your kind information. No need of studying the recombination definition or something. Okay, it is nothing but it is the exchange of chromosome segment which may lead to the variation. Suppose if they are asking you, name the phenomenon which is responsible for variation in the offspring. Can anyone name me the process? Name the process that leads to variation. Anybody? If you don't know, please come and know. Okay, everybody is saying no. Guys, it's crossing over or recombination. It is a particular process in cell division taking place in meiosis. Okay, guys, can I ask you, what is the number of chromosome in sperm, human sperm? Fast, anybody? Number of chromosome in human sperm. No, not 4, no 2. It's not 2, it's not 4. Let me ask you, what is the total number of chromosome in a human being? The number of chromosomes, somatic chromosome. Yes, Ishika, it is 46. 46 is the condition where you will be calling it as a 2n condition. Yesterday I told, what is the name that you give for 2n condition? Anybody, those who have listened to yesterday's class? Name, I have told 2 terms for n and 2n. Yes, Ishika, good. It is diploid condition. So a normal body cells, that is a somatic cells, will be having a diploid condition, that is 46 chromosome. So what would be n equals? What would be the value for n equals? Fast, guys. Yes, Arjun, it's 23. So the number of chromosomes in the gamete is? Nobody? Guys, number of chromosomes in the gamete is? Can you all hear me? If you don't know the answer, please come and know. Okay, guys, listen. In a gametes, you have n number of chromosome, and in the normal body cells, you have 2n chromosome. If a normal human body cell have 46 chromosome, what will be the number of chromosomes in a human gamete? You must know it must be the half of the total number of chromosomes. So what will be the answer? Half of 46. Yes, 23. So if you may be asking, 23 chromosomes are present in human sperm and human ovum. you might have learned about fertilization. What is fertilization? Fast, anybody? Fertilization. Have you heard about fertilization? Okay, please tell fast, what is fertilization? Anybody? Those who don't know what does the term mean, please comment fast no, so that I could move forward. Those who know can type and comment fast. We have to complete this portion by today. Okay. Fertilization means you have a human male have a sperm plus a female, human female have an egg or an ovum. Sperm is the male gamete and ovum is the female gamete. So the fusion of sperm and egg together form a single-celled zygote. We were all single-celled one day when we were inside our mother's womb. Yes, the process of fertilizing an egg. That is the process of fusion of male gamete with the female gamete is known as fertilization. So you have told me that human sperm contains 23 chromosomes and human female ovum contain 23 chromosomes. So what will be the resultant of the human zygote? What will be the number of chromosomes? Fast. 23 from sperm, 23 from ovum. Yes, Abhijit, it is 46. Yes, Arjun, the fusion of haploid gametes, egg and sperm to form diploid zygote. Exactly. There, the diploid term stands for the 2n condition. So if they may be asking you if a particular cell is diploid in nature, diploid means it is 2n. If a particular cell is having 20 chromosome, what would be the number of chromosome in its gamete? Fast. If suppose a cell is having 20 chromosome, yes, Ayush, the answer is 10. Abhijit, it's not 40, it's 10. Have you understood? Yes, half of 20. Abhijit, if you have doubt, you ask me, I'll explain once again. Ishika, have you understood? Abhijit? Okay, Abhijit, I'll explain once again. Abhijit, listen. Suppose human beings, the diploid condition is 46. Right? Diploid condition is 46. Yes, Abhijit? Okay. So then the number of cells or the chromosome in its gametes would be 46 divided by 2. That is half of 46. 46 divided by 2 is equal to 23. Is it clear? Fast? Okay. So my present question was, if the 2n condition equals 20, what would be the n condition or the number of chromosomes in the gamete? What would be the answer, guys? Yes, 10. Is it clear, everyone? Everybody of my class, my sweet students, is it clear the concept of 2n and n? Okay, very good. Let's move with the next question, next slide. Next, we are going to discuss about variation, the importance of variation. Variation, it is the basis of heredity. Variation can be termed as the basis of heredity and the basis of evolution. Evolution means you might have, whenever we think of evolution, the first picture that comes to your mind, I'll show you. The first picture that comes to your mind will be this. Is it? Is this the picture that comes to your mind when we first talk about evolution? A monkey following a man, right? It's not a monkey following a man. Humans are ultimately evolved right from a monkey. Okay, when I ask the small children what is evolution, in 6th standard, 7th standard, they would be telling that it's the picture of a monkey just following a man. Okay. Okay, let's continue back. So it forms the basis of heredity. It forms the basis of evolution. We would be studying about evolution in detail in the next half of the chapter. Okay, there I will tell more about evolution. And variation, it increases the chances of survival of the organism according to the changing environment. Suppose if you consider your father, your mother, and you itself, suppose your father and mother will be having more immunity than you. Okay, and you will be easily catched upon by cold fever, then viral fever. Everybody will be catching fast upon the infections. Have you imagined? Guys, no replies. Yes, so that is a difference that differs you from your parent. In some case, the child may be having more immunity than the parents. That is variation. Suppose if you take the condition of an asexual reproduction, suppose in case of an amoeba, this is a parent amoeba. This parent amoeba will split up into two daughter cells, and these two daughter cells will be similar to that of parent. No changes. Is it? No, yes, in case of budding also, Ayush, it is all means of asexual reproduction. In common, we can say the offsprings which are formed from asexual reproduction are similar to that of their parent. So they won't have any variation from their parent. Okay. Suppose if the parent amoeba is distracted, if a parent amoeba cannot survive in the cold condition, then definitely the offsprings formed will not be able to survive in the cold condition. That is the disadvantage of asexual reproduction. No kind of variations can be observed in asexual reproduction. Is it clear? This third statement, is it clear for everyone? Okay, so let's move with the next one. So we are moving on to the very crucial part of our chapter. From here onwards, you have to listen. Ready, everybody, for the wonderful chapter of genetics? This much time we were discussing about the basics. Okay, you don't need to study all these points mentioned over here. I have included some points for my future scientists, doctors studying biology. Yes, father of genetics is Gregor Mendel. Gregor Johann Mendel is known as the father of genetics. And can any one of you name which plant he used in his genetic experiments? Have anybody of you read about anything about genetics? Yes, Abhijit, exactly, it is a pea. For your information, I'll just show you an image. This was a site. Look, this was a site where he cultivated his pea plants for his experiments in on genetics. Interesting, right? Okay, we'll be just discussing the experiments in the later class. There are many questions that come from the experiment. I will make you clear. Okay. Experiments we'll discuss about. This is the basics about Gregor Mendel. Okay. So this was the site where he cultivated the pea plants for his experiment. Coming back to our slide, Gregor Mendel. Gregor Johann Mendel. Guys, what is a hereditary material? Again the question. Hereditary material. I want complete good answers, the correct answer from everybody. Fast. Hereditary material. Yes, one have answered. Where are the others? Ishika, Ayush, Arjun. Yes. Next one. Where is Ishika, Ayush? Name the hereditary material. Hereditary material. Ishika, are you here? Ishika, are you here? Oh, I think no. Okay, our meeting will end in 10 minutes. Okay, anyway, we'll continue. Yes, it's DNA. Okay, so Gregor Mendel, so without the knowledge of DNA or genes or chromosome, he discovered what? Genetics. That is, hereditary characters are transmitted from parents to offspring. He discovered it without even having the knowledge of genes, chromosome, or cell even. Amazing, right? So this Gregor Mendel, he was living as a Catholic monk in the 19th century. These all are what? Normal for your information only. Is it clear, everyone? Are you following me, Abhijit, Ishika, Arjun, Ayush? Where is Ishika? Not replying at all. Shika, can you hear me and see my screen? Guys, please share our channel's link with your friends also, because we are having only 5 participants per day. We need at least 15 or 20 participants. Will you do it for me and for our channel? Will you? Ayush? Why no? Why Ayush no? Okay. Let me see how much students you add into our group today. So he was born in Czech Republic and he resided in a monastery. Okay, so okay, leave it. I just asked whether you will add your friends into a group so that tomorrow we could have what? How many members? 15 or 20 members. Guys, let us stop here and I'll show you a video. Okay, so our class remains shut here, or our recordings remains cancelled over here. Okay guys, anyway, thank you. Please don't leave the session. I'll show you a video. Okay, can we stop it over here? Yes. Anyway, thank you. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our wonderful channel BioPoint. Okay, with your friends even. So wait here, I'll show you